everyone, it's Jelaila and it's time for another weekly update. Today we're going to be doing a 2009 year in review. So, just looking back over the year, wow, there has been so much that has happened this year. For one thing, we've got this new president, and it's the first time we've ever elected a biracial president, which kind of shows that we are in the process of starting to integrate the light and the dark on a major scale. Now, one thing, there's people who've said now he's been in there over 100 days, well, 200 days, whatever, 300 days, I don't know. And they're going, well, he's not doing everything that he promised he would do. Well, think about it. He's coming in one of the toughest times. We're in a war that is like never going to end, it seems like, and there's problems on every front, and that kind of goes along with where we are in the ascension process for this planet. And of course, because the United States kind of represents the microcosm of the macrocosm, we kind of show where the consciousness is. And think about it, 50% of all the star seeds are here. So we're going to end up always electing a president who represents our consciousness at the time of the election and for that period, because every time we elect a president, we're saying, okay, this is where we are and this is where we want to go. Well, how far we get during that president's term depends, in achieving the kind of world that we want is dependent on what's going on inside of us. And in the United States in particular, the president has a soul contract. Well, this is the way it is in every country. The main leaders of every country, their job on a soul level, their soul contract with the people that they lead is to represent the consciousness of the people at that time, because we always need a perfect mirror of where we are on an individual basis and on a national basis. And so our president, if he is doing a really good job in making choices that are for the highest good of most people, that means that we're making really good choices for ourselves individually. We're making choices for our highest good, which means we're working through our fears. We're not acting out of fears. For him, it would be not allowing the special interest to pressure him or the powers that be behind the scenes to pressure him. So if he's doing a great job, that means we're doing a great job. If he's not doing the job we want, we better look inside to see where else we need to integrate some of our fears, because he represents our consciousness. That is his job. Another thing that I've seen this year is it's been a year of beginnings and endings. Endings on personal levels, for example, the death of loved ones close to us. Families are not just having maybe one death this year, they're having multiple deaths in their immediate families or very close relatives. I've had clients contact me, tell me they've had like 3 deaths in their immediate family or within their close relatives, like a grandparent, an uncle, a sister, sometimes a child, all in 1 year. And simply, the consciousness is shifting as it continues to grow. We all came here for different things that we wanted to experience, and when we complete those, we move on. So we're seeing some major consciousness shifts this year in particular, and as a result, people are being released from their soul contracts, and they no longer have to stay, and they got what they wanted, and so they're able to move on. But it's really hard when you lose 2 or 3 people in 1 year, which brings out all the abandonment issues, all the feelings of how am I going to make it without them. It's really forcing us to learn to stand on our own 2 feet in specific ways. One thing I noticed is that if most of the people who left the planet this year are male, that represents your male side. And the ability to protect yourself, to manifest, to stay grounded, those are very masculine traits. So, and to speak up for what you want. So if you have a lot of men who left this year, that's kind of a sign to you that, okay, it's now for you to step into your own and learn to take charge of your life and, chart your own course. If you are losing a lot of females this year, this is your emotional and intuitive side. It's time now to start emotionally nurturing yourself rather than looking outside of yourself for someone to do that for you. So this can mean asking for what you want to get your needs met. But in particular, just taking care of yourself so that you don't end up burning out. For some people, it's like they do too much for other people and they don't do enough for themselves. They're like hyper vigilant and taking care of others but not themselves. So a loss of a lot of females in your family this year would mean that's what you need to do. So I think those are the two biggest things that came out of this year. I know a lot of people are at this period, as we go into the holidays, are feeling that this is just like a lull before something really big happens next year. And I kind of agree. The one thing I keep getting from my guides is just relax and enjoy, because things are going to get really busy next year. A lot of things are going to be changing in huge ways. So that's what I'm going to do, and therefore I'm going to sign off now and say thank you to all of you who have sent me words of support and encouragement through this year. It has been a very challenging year, but a good one in many ways as well. So thank you very much, and I look forward to staying in touch next year and continuing this work. And I guess that's it. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Bye-bye.